I'm John Glancy.
I'm Sean Barber,
And you're watching
the Great American Buildoff.
Right here on Binder TV.
Today on the Great American Buildoff, there's not much time left on the clock. We're stopping by the last two shops in this year's competition as they sweat out the last seconds before heading out to the Scout Nationals.
The Great American Buildoff is brought to you in part by Honest Speed Shop, Old Iron Off-Road, Schneider Racing Cams, Scout Lightline Distributors, and Bushwhacker Fender Flares.
Hey guys, I'm Kendra Summer and welcome to the Great American Buildoff. All right, the clock is ticking down and these teams are out of timeouts as we check in with both Super Scout Specialists and Anything Scout. And they're getting ready to push their truck across the finish line to really round out this challenge. Let's check in with Sean Barber in Ames, Iowa.
Towards the end of the build here, it's all about details, details, details. Arguably the most important part of the build, and it's difficult to do when you're moving quickly, but it is the fine-tuned stuff, the fit, the finish, all that little kind of stuff is where really the magic comes.
My biggest fear is that something gets forgotten. Somebody doesn't tighten a bolt, somebody forgets to put a clip in, somebody, there's a lot of things that can go wrong when you've got 5, 6 guys all working on the same truck.
My biggest fear is just not having it fully dialed and ready to go and able to drive 1,000 miles to the show.
There's a lot of work to do because we got a lot of other projects also going on, but it'll come together.
Something always comes up and we'll just got to be ready and prepared to meet those obstacles.
Our goal is to make customer happy and to put out something that we're proud of. I'm confident that we'll do that, and so the winning the show that would just be a little cherry on top. So.
I mean, what customer wouldn't want a gold medal winning ride? And speaking of gold, we're off to Super Scout Specialists to see if there's any last minute crisis with their Scout 2 Midas edition.
I'm not sure we have a last minute crisis, so we're just doing the best we can to get her done, and a lot of things are interfering. Still looking for some parts, and we've got a long road ahead of us.
We've been so busy here, and with the move and that, it's been pretty tough.
The biggest challenge with the project since the last show has really been time constraints and just not enough hours or days in the week. There's just so many other things to work on, and we hosted a car show here and some other events, just so many other things that have to be done in a day to not be able to dedicate much time to the project. That's really our hindrance right now and our biggest challenge that we need to overcome.
A plan B, if we don't get it finished, hopefully would be to maybe the chassis and the engine painted, and we take it over for people to look at it like an in-progress project, and we would defer till next year.
Now it's go time, and the next episode of the Great American Buildoff will be from Troy, Ohio, home of the Scout Nationals. We'll catch up with all 4 teams as they unload their projects and compete for the championship in this build-off. For the Great American Buildoff, I'm Kendra Summer. We'll see you soon.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, Kendra.